the whole divine phenomena is a divine phenomenon, but it's a divine phenomena at the same time. All one. Yet they have various dimensions. And all those dimensions, they are Brahma, they are Bhagavan. Bhagavan contains all those dimensions within. And all those dimensions, they are unlimited, uncountable, and no beginning, no end, all omnipresent. So, Bhagwan Ram's abode, omnipresent. Bhagwan Ram, omnipresent. Dwarikadish, omnipresent with his abode. Golok, Krishna, omnipresent with his abode. Radha Krishna with divine Vraundavan, omnipresent. Saints enter into a particular divine dimension, and wherever they enter, they experience only one thing. Oh, my beloved God, He is omnipresent. His abode omnipresent. And forever they are contented and they experience the bliss of the divine form. So I am talking about divine love forms. Divine love form is a evolution which was never evolved, you can say. Eternally evolved. Eternally existing, all those abodes. They are the expansions of divine love power, you can say. And the expansion of almighty power, other forms. But they all have one abode, Vaikuntha. But in divine love form, they are different abodes. Saket, Dwarika, Golok, Vraundavan. Yet together, yet different. Divine love power and almighty power. Almighty power is under divine love power. So they coordinate each other. Divine love power overpowers, is supreme, dominating power, you can say. In that divine love power, there is a slight touch of the almightiness. That is Saket. You see, Bhagwan Ram revealed all the loving Leelas, not of all the kinds, very modest kind of loving Leelas. Yet Bhagwan Ram carries some weapon, means is a touch of almightiness. It's called modest prem ras, modest divine love, in a modest form. Very modest, not very liberal. I am briefly describing. Then Dwarikadish, little more liberal, yet there is some little touch of almightiness, but less than Saket love. So there, love is more enhanced, the experience of love. So Krishna was in Dwarika, means Ram, another form of Krishna. Dwarikadish, not another form of Krishna, same Krishna in a modest form. So Ram is another form of Krishna and Dwarikadish a modest form of same Krishna. He is modest. But he loved all of his people in Dwarika abode. Then comes Golok. No touch of almightiness. Only divine love, pure divine love, absolutely no touch. Here Krishna is free. He can do anything he likes. Not in Dwarika. He has sit properly because he is a king. When he walks out, he has some bodyguards. He cannot just walk barefoot around. If he enters the palace of a queen, somebody announces, "Oh, the great, great king Dwarikadish is coming be aware. So he is not that free. You see, in the world, suppose there's some ordinary person and he rises, he becomes a big wealthy man, big reputation, big politician. So he cannot be that liberal in his behavior. He has a reservation. Anyway, so Krishna is same, but he has some reservations. So he forgot playing on flute. Oh, forget it. But in Golok, he never leaves his flute. Sleeping, flute is sitting there next to his body on the bed. He woke up, where's my flute? Went to jungles with cowherd and cowboys, playing on flute, jumping, dancing, singing. Gopis, teasing with flute, because when he wanted to tease gopis, he played some very sweet, pathetic, touching note in his flute, with same kind of feeling, and that touched the hearts of gopis, and gopis desired to come to Krishna, but they couldn't come. They have their husband, family, children, things to do. How could they come? So they are crying, hey, please Krishna, don't do that thing. So he is free in Braj. Complete revelation of divine love with no touch of almightiness. No touch. This is Golok. We go further ahead. Although in Golok, love is liberally given and liberally received with no restriction, no hindrance, no obstruction, no modesty, nothing. Mother can do anything to her son. She can beat him if he gets naughty. She can kiss him, she can love him, can say, oh, out, I'm busy. Go and play. Mother has got right. So in Braj we see this Braj Leela, Braj Prem, Braj love is something which is not seen anywhere in any of the divine abodes. So all the saints sang the glory of Braj Leela. Once Naraji came, Mother Yashoda, she was going to do some work. For who? For Krishna. Suppose she was going to fix curd for Krishna from a very special milk which was kept only for Krishna and Balaram, from a very special cow in a limited quantity. And Krishna comes, Mother, take me in your lap. I said, no. I am going to do some work, although it's for Krishna. No, I want to jump in your lap now. I said, no. He said, now. I said, never. Now and never. There's a quarrel. Naraji, in those days, was every day coming to Braj. Normally he lives in Brahma's abode, Satyalok. In those days, every time he was seen in Braj. He used to go just briefly, otherwise he was in Braj anywhere. With gopis here and there, visible, invisible, enjoying. So he had just arrived and saw this scene, now and never seen. Krishna says, now, Mother says, never. He stood stunned. The absolute supreme personality of the Godhead, whose fraction of power is Mahavishnu, the creator of this whole universe, That's the grandeur of Krishna's greatness. And he is saying, please take me in your lap now. I says, no, never. Not now. Is she greater than Krishna? He is standing and just enjoying. What is he enjoying? He is enjoying the love of Mother Yashoda and the love of Krishna. What is between the two, Krishna and Mother Yashoda? Just the love, divine love of Golok kind. They are all divine loves. Divine love of Saket Loka Bhagwan Ram, divine love of Dwarka Loka of Dwarikadish, but divine love of Golok of Krishna. So both have divine love, but divine love had made Krishna so humble, and divine love had made Mother Yashoda so great. Imagine opposite. Krishna so humble and Mother so great is the greatness of divine love. So he says, oh, I adore to this Gokul village where Mother Yashoda is and Krishna is. So love is seen in its full charm in Golok, but modest in Dwarka, further modest in Bhagwan Ram abode, and no divine love in Vaikuntha abode, only divine beauty. That is all. Divine bliss, but no divine love. Divine bliss, one thing, divine love, another thing. So in Golok, Krishna is seeing freely distributing divine love, and Brajavasis used to receive freely to their heart's content, and their hearts were so great so they could take Krishna love in. Just a brief glimpse, I don't have much time to explain. That is Golok. Then what is divine Vraundavan? The absolute climax of the same love, you can say. Golok is no touch or restriction of almighty power. It's completely away. But divine Vraundavan, you can say, is the absolute climax. That's all you can say. Nothing could be beyond that. And such a climax in which Krishna also drowns himself. Krishna never drowns himself. In Golok style of love, he is always conscious. Always. While doing Maharaj, or while quarreling with mother, or playing with gopis. In any act, he never went unconscious. But in divine Vraundavan, when he sees Radha, how great is your beauty, Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. And he drowns. He cannot take, because Radha is the queen of divine Vraundavan. So you can say, the climax of the same divine love, that is divine Vraundavan. And they are all omnipresent. It's your own personal choice which class you want to receive. So you have to adore the same form of God. If a soul desires to receive Ramanand, worship Ram. The bliss of Dwarikadish, then worship Dwarikadish. The bliss of Golok, then worship Krishna and Radha. If you want the bliss of divine Vraundavan, then worship Radha and Krishna together. Because Radha is the queen of divine Vraundavan. So in this way, all these abodes, all these forms, although they are one, yet They have their distinct identities, not separately, but separately yet together. I can give you a brief example. Say, for instance, you have, or some artist has made a very fine, full length standing pose of someone, art. Say, a lady. That piece of art is very inspiring, looks like live, so live. You see those old-time artists of 16th, 17th, 15th, 15th century, if you look to their art, they sometimes had to spend years and years on one single painting. Many layers, finer, one on the top of another, to make it look live. Eyes look live, things look live. That was their art in those days, especially 14th to 17th century. Live arts. Take, for instance, just take a piece, a very fine painting, very good. What it contains, it also has its very fine outline. It has a very fine outline. And on that outline, there is a fill in colors that makes it live. So the outline and the other fill in colors, are they two? Are they separate? No. You cannot make a separate outline and color separate. You have to fill the colors in the outline. Outline of face, nose, eyes, everything. If outline goes wrong, suppose by mistake you make a long nose, it will be completely wrong. Outline also has to be perfect. A perfect outline. Exactly the same, no different. But only outline is not enough. So there are two things, the outline and the colored beauty of that portrait. They are separate and one together. Something like this you can understand. But anyway, means they cannot be said separate. Yet outline is not the full portrait. It is included in that portrait. Included. Take other aspect. Does that outline includes the beauty? No. Outline does not include the full beauty. But the full beautiful portrait includes the outline. Here the outline and the full beauty of the portrait are two things into one. So, for that reason, if you take the first and the last, just two, the first step in divine love and the last climax of divine love. The first step is included in the last also, or the next further also. But the next further is not included in the first step. Like that. Yet they are both together. Just like the outline, the shape is in that portrait. There cannot be a portrait without outlines. But just the outline is not the complete thing. So, Bhagwan Ram is in Dwarikadish, but Dwarikadish is not in Bhagwan Ram, although they are both one together always. Similarly, Bhagwan Ram, Dwarikadish, is in Krishna, is Braj or Golok, But Krishna of Braj is not in Dwarikadish or Bhagwan Ram. Bhagwan Ram, Dwarikadish, Krishna of Braj is in Radha and Krishna, the bliss of divine Vrindavan. But the bliss of divine Vrindavan or Krishna of divine Vrindavan, Radha of divine Vrindavan, they are not in these three other forms of bliss. So although they are all one, together, one yet separate, separate yet one, yet there is a graduating height of blissfulness. Graduating height of blissfulness. That's it. One included in the other, and the other further one is not included in the back one. So, bliss of Rama's abode, Saket Lok, is much, much superior than bliss of Vaikuntha. Yet, higher than that is Dwarikadish, Dwarika abode. Still higher is Golok abode of Krishna. And the highest is divine love of divine Vrindavan. What is the, if you say highest or lowest, again it's not like in worldly highest and lowest. Means they all have their own quality of contentment. There is some very subtle differences from the very highest point of view. That's how you can understand that the absolute supreme experience of the divine love charm is only seen in divine Vrindavan, and one step lower is divine Golok. The rest I'll explain tomorrow. That's all for today. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Hare Krishna Hare Ram, Shri Radhe Govinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Hare Krishna Hare Ram, Shri Radhe Govinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Hare Krishna Hare Ram, Shri Radhe Govinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Hare Krishna Hare Ram, Shri Radhe Govinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Hare Krishna Hare Ram, Shri Radhe Govinda. Shri Krishna